Okay, so so welcome everybody to today's class. Another episode. Actually, suppose last class was supposed to be the last episode of our SQL class, but we had unfinished business. So I'm hoping this will be the last class so that we can move forward. So what have we done so far? So far, in the SQL series. So what we have tried or what we have done so far, we have navigated through the the hurdles of SQL, the basics, the foundations, from just basically applying different things, working our way around SQL, understanding what SQL is all about, knowing how to whatever thing you want to do, right? So now moving from one point to another. Uh, and I've actually explained um the essence of SQL. So by now, seeing SQL is not strange. So when you see SQL somewhere and your people are talking about SQL, it's not going to be something strange because you are now familiar with it, right? So let me start off from the last thing I dropped on the page. That was regarding the practice quiz. So I'm just going to kick off from there. So there's a practice quiz that I just did so that we could work on, just to get our hands, dirty. So I have it here. So I think, yeah, before then I also uploaded, I don't know if we saw it, I uploaded the yeah, someone reached out to me for the Netflix data sets, but I don't have it again, so I guess I'll just download it and upload this. Come on, let's open this. Okay, yeah, so I want to, so this folder contains all the data set that we've used. That's Instagram data, right? We also created some by ourselves, and also it's here. That's where we have create and populate table basically. So we have the SQL files here, and so inside the pizza data, uh, it contains a pizza data set and database, right? So if you open this, there's the queries to insert the database are there, insert values into the database. Sorry. Then this is the practice quiz. So I think I can just open this from here. It's actually the same document that is here. So the practice quiz here is the same thing as what is there. Then this is the link to submit the SQL assignment. This generally take time. Yeah, so this is it. So the practice quiz, right? So the goal is to take the database, right? Try to get get these queries from the database. So you're supposed to write the queries, how the syntax or statements to retrieve these queries. So we have retrieve records where quantity sold is between 5 and 10. So retrieve records for branch equal. So it's similar to what we've done basically. Nothing, there's nothing extra about it. So if you have gone through the videos, everything, if you're not in class, and if you're in the class and you're probably going through it again, all this will not be strange, right? So I have this here. Then this is the link to the form. So all you need to just your email address, then the SQL file. So whatever file you used, for instance, now coming here. So let's look at this. So this is the file. So all I had to do was just save it, save the script. Then it's going to be my file, explorer. Then from there I can take it and upload it into this place. Then by now, I'm sure when we started, or some of us that didn't have SQL expertise, I was probably not confident about it. So by now, I believe that when we are, by the time we are done with this, at least with this work, with this practice quiz, our SQL expertise should have increased a little bit towards very confident, right? Yeah, I want to believe. Then you can just add comments here. So I would really like, at least for those that are following, because I was not really happy with the Excel. We didn't, very few people, just I think maybe 4 or 5 people were able to finish and submit, right? So well, there's still a window to actually um work on, explore, and everyone will come together and see what we've done, or just a review of it anyways. So yep, and so that's just all about the practice quiz. So it's just for us to practice, and let me see, I'm going to actually review this because this one is important to me. I want to know how good we are, right? Because SQL is one of the fundamentals. Of course, SQL, I mentioned that an average data analyst might not use SQL, right? But because you don't want to be in the average, you need to have understanding, a working knowledge. And if you can work on this query, right, it's something you could include to your portfolio, that you worked on it yourself without an external help. That's the essence of the projects that I want us to just work on. Like, normally I'm supposed to say, oh, okay, everybody go to Kaggle as we did for Excel, go and get the asset. But looks like that might not really. I would actually love that, but I think we should probably just do this first. Then maybe when we are now done with the whole course, then I can maybe give advice on what to do to build portfolios and all of that. So yes, I can just close this. Let me see. Yeah, so that's just it. So the links containing the whole files. I think I'll get the Netflix data. I'll download it again and upload it to the file. So yep, so that's it about the tax. Then let's go back. Yeah, so what we was doing last class, like recap from the last class, was basically we we got data from Netflix. No, sorry, we got data from Cargo, right? And the goal was to get the data set and work on it, and just do some analysis on it and get some results, basically. And oh yeah, I think it was around. So hold on, what's this? Okay, was something is not working. Uh, no, it's trying to join. All right, so I'm going to open my SQL and get in this. What's going on? Okay, let me use this button. Ah, okay, get this a lot. Sorry, SQL. My okay, so this should work. Open. Yep. Okay. So so this is an analysis we're trying to work on in the last class. Like I said, we got the data from Cargo, downloaded it. It's an Instagram data that has information about something. So what we did was we downloaded data sets, and I think it was here. See, archive, not this. Sorry, trying to see where it is. No, not this. This archive. Oh, okay, yeah, here's it. So here's data. So we had I think 7 files. So it was a zip file. So we unzipped it and it had all of this, and we had to import it into MySQL Workbench using the import tool. So using this, so we created the table, the schema, that's the database, and we used table data import wizard to import the tables, right? So you can see the 7 tables here, and yeah, so we did that and we started, we got some questions, a few things we could do on the data sets, and I think we couldn't finish up, which is where we stopped. So we performed, we had to check through our files, through our data set to see some of the things that we could, likely bring up, or questions that we could likely answer, because we are supposed to work with a product manager, and in this case, there's no product manager, so we are going to be the product manager. For instance, we are assumed to be working on Instagram, so we are, let's say we are all Instagram product managers, right? And we are also Instagram data analysts. So we are supposed to, get questions, or create some possible questions that, as a product manager, that would uh that would be needed to, drive the revenue of the company. So there are questions that are, that needs to be answered. And so as data analysts that's working on this data, we are going to need to answer those questions based, we are going to need to write queries based on those questions, so to give results. And yes, I saw something, I noticed something now. There was a question one time, right, that someone was asking about doing analysis in Excel and analysis in SQL, right? So you can see now that with SQL you can merge multiple database together and work with it in one SQL script. I've not come across something like that in Excel, so it might exist, but I've actually not come across something like that. And another advantage of this is you can directly work with a database. Well, it might such might exist in Excel, right? Maybe connecting the database and fetching your data, but I've actually not come in contact with it before. So yeah. So any questions before I proceed? Any questions? Somebody's asking there's a question. Okay. Any question? Okay, so I'm going to assume that there's no question, and let's get started. So last class we had a few, hold on, please don't tell me this thing has, oh, I need to understand what's going on. That's gone again. Guess I have to open it again. I don't know why I'm having this issue repeatedly. So I'm just going to connect it. Hopefully I have no error this time around, so I can work directly. So last class we talked about a few things we could generate from this Instagram data, and they include, so we looked at some of the information we could get that could help us, which is like trending topics, followers. We could do something around followers, we could do something around likes and comments. Someone said engagement on posts. I think I mentioned something about, true way to actually check for engagement is through comments, right? Likes is also part of it, right? But comments is more, it's like a more like a metric that is more prevalent than likes. Then we looked into, so we had target customers, competitors, right? So you could classify your customers or your clients into categories. Then activity of users are more active, something like that. So so I'm just going to run through this and we'll continue from there. So this first one basically describes the Instagram database. So control enter does this. So the shortcut I use, I think I mentioned it last class, control enter. So I don't need to come here to run. I can just select the whole of this and hold Control Enter. It still runs it for me. So this is observing the follow tables, right? Then okay, here, so here's to investigate if there's a follow ID that has a followee ID, which should not be possible, but we're just trying to check if such exists, right? Then this describes the likes table. Then this gives us all information about the likes. So in it we have the user ID, the photo ID, the creation date. In the Instagram photos too, we have something. This is describing the photos. So basically this is just to describe the tables in the database, in the Instagram database. Then so now what we have here is so we wanted to merge the photo ID. If you check the photo tags, you find out that it has just photo ID and tag ID, whereas we have a table that includes the photo itself, and we also have like this table now. It has the tags, right? So the tags are there. You can see the tag name, and also the photos also have a table that contains the actual photos, but we also contain the user ID, right? The user that owns that particular picture. So what we did here was to actually we merged the three tables together. That's the photo ID, the tags, and the photo tags, just to make sure that we now have the actual replacements, the actual placeholders. So here we now have the tag name in the table, we have the image URL, we have the user ID itself, right? We also have the tag creation date. So I think I left this. So looking at this again, I think we can put the actual users here. I think we did that. Okay, so the next thing we did was we checked for the frequency of the tags. So looking at this now, we wanted to get which tag had more which tag was appearing the most, right? That's what we tried to do here. So you can see I think we picked the top 5, right? So we had to join those 3 tables. Then we picked just the information that we wanted. So we can see from here, we can see the top, what our users on the Instagram have, what they looks like they like, or they like tagging the most, right? Then we also went on to the followers detail. So in the follower detail, we sorry, this is supposed to be, yeah. So in the follower detail, we tried to get know the users that have the highest followers, and that way we could know which users to focus on. And I think this did that, but it was just the IDs. So we use this query to add the names. So if you check this, it's supposed to be the names. Sorry, what's going on? Okay. Okay, I'm getting an error. What's the error? U dot follow ID in feed lists. U dot follow ID. U dot follow ID. How is this causing an issue? Okay, I'm coming. Why should this give us an error? Okay, well, let me look at this again. So what we are supposed to do here, I think if this works, why then is this one not working? Oh, okay, hold on. I think here it is f dot follow ID. This will be f here. Sorry, control enter. Okay, still not giving me the names. Okay, so okay, here I have followers count, then followee ID. So it's supposed to be their names instead. Okay, so the names is going to be in the user's name. So I'm supposed to get it from uh the user. So what I'm going to do is this follower ID is what I want to change. So come back here, it should be you, but then I need to check what is in you, in the users. So let me just run this. So running this, I know that there's username, so it has to be u.username instead. So it's going to be u.username. I think still getting the same issue. What's it this time? Uh, okay, select list is not in group by clause. Okay, hold on. Before we complicate things for ourselves, okay, so let me just take it back to this. So this is what we had, or let me see. Okay, let me just describe the rest. Maybe I probably made a mistake. So let me see what's here. I didn't put a comment there. Oh, okay. So here it is. Here is it. I don't. What did I now do here? Okay, so here is what we're looking for. Yeah, username, account name, count F. Yeah. So this one gives us the actual username and the number of followers they have. Well, like I said, I mentioned in the last class that this is more of like I'll call it a demo data, because definitely we know there are currently users that have more. We know about millions, right? Even billions. So this is more like a demo data. Although there are ways to get the Instagram actual data, right? But it's more of like an advanced. You need to interact with some APIs and all of that. I think we can leave that. We don't necessarily have to do that. So but if you're interested in getting real data, you can reach out to me. Good, I could walk you through personally how you can acquire real data to work with. So this gives us the followers details with name. And I think this last one, okay, yes. So this last one is also something similar to the first one, but this time around, it's adding an extra column that tells us the priority level. So we decided that our priority level, we are going to set priority levels for the frequency. So those that have more followers, right? So we actually did that, and here we can see we have top priority, middle priority, and I think we have one more less priority. So we have three priorities, and we defined that with the case statements. So I mentioned that this is a conditional statement, right? So it takes in when this is greater than 10, then top priority. When count is less than 10, then it is middle priority. Oh, sorry, when it is less than 10 or greater than 9, that means it's 10 actually. Then if it's lesser than 10, if it doesn't fall out inside these categories, then it's going to be assigned a less priority uh string. And yeah, so basically that was what we did in the last class, and we're just going to, do a little more from there. So do do we have any questions, any or something? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a very nice one there. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, we could try to merge data together, right? I think we should even work that. Then you can export it to CSV and import it into um Excel, and it's going to be easier for you to even do your analysis on SQL. But okay, so if depending on what you need to do, right? That was if you are going to be doing your analysis in SQL, right? You might not need to join all the tables together at once, because when you join it all together, some informations you don't need to join everything together actually. And for some informations, some database you can join everything together, but some you might really not be able to join. Well, yeah, I think for a standard database you can join everything together. When you join everything together, it's going to be a lot actually. You can have a lot of information. We're going to see that we are going to work on that, maybe just to see. So what I'm just going to do is I don't want to overwrite this, so I'm just going to copy this and create a new worksheet for today's class. So it's more like a continuation from the other classes. I just want to put today, put the SQL and save, replace, open here. So so let's say we want to join all the database together self, right? So let me see. Sorry. Merge all the data together. So yes, so we can, so let's do that. So let's start from, I think I like the photo ID, the photo, yeah, so the photo has a lot of things. So let's say select, sorry, just 1 second. Okay, found it. All right, so let's assume that we want to merge all the data together. So we are going to select, let's say select all from here. So I think we've been using this format. So Instagram dot photo. So yeah, this is what we have. So we have the IDs, we have the image URL, we have the user ID. So we can go straight to just be merging it, right? So you can say join on, let's say we want to connect the photo tags. That would be Instagram photo tags. Oh, sorry, it is join this on, let me just put it here. So on so let me put this as P. That was where I did it. P, then this is PT. So P3 dot I think photo ID, yes, photo ID equals to P dot ID. So this, okay, I have an error. That's my error. PT photos, the error is here. Showing on, you have an error in your SQL. Okay, I have an error on it normally. Okay, let's do this instead. Okay, so the error is coming from here. Join PT photo ID. Is there no photo ID? Oh, sorry. This, yeah, the extra equals to. Okay, so here we have the two data. We have the photos and the photo tag. So let's include the tags ID too, the tags itself. So we're going to say join. So So you can notice I'm just doing join. I'm not even doing left join or right join or. It's because I want all, because almost all of them are together, so I use a connected data. So I don't need to do all of those things. So Instagram dot tags, right? Then C. Sorry. Ah, no. Good. Join it on. So we want to join the tags on ID with tag ID. So the tag ID is coming from PT. That will be equals to pt dot tag ID, and here you can see it. So I think it's even good like this. So you can see the tag ID are the same, the tag name created at. Then already we have our photo ID, right? So we've merged the tag. Now we can bring in the users. So we can say join Instagram dot users at u on u dot id, that's the user id, against the user id on this table, that's the photo, that was the first one, that's the photo tag, that's p dot user. So here it is. So we have the username here, right? So what else again have we not joined? We've joined this. Okay, we've not joined the like, the follows, and the comment. So how do we do that? So let's join um the let's join the likes first. So we are going to say join likes, sorry, Instagram dot likes as L, then join it on L dot likes. Why is this thing always disappointing when I need it the most? Okay, it's up here. So I'm going to join the users. So the like has a photo ID and a user ID. If you check, let's just dump this a bit. Let's just do select all from Instagram in Instagram dot likes. So you can see now there's user ID and there's photo ID on this particular table. Now what user is this? That means the user actually it belongs to, this belongs to a user, and this belongs to a photo ID. Like this is a photo ID, a particular in this photo tag. So now what do you think, how do you think we'll be able to join this to the table, to this database table that we already have? Any idea? Anybody who wants to try? Let me just take this out so we can see properly. So we have the user ID table. I think I can run it. So. Come on, I think I ran it. So now let me just, yeah. So this is the likes table. It has user, photo, and created ads. So the way the likes table works is, I think there's user ID, that's the owner of the account. The owner of the account has a particular picture, right? And that picture has a date that it was created at. Now on this other table, right, we have the image URL, we have the user ID. We also have the photo. We're able to merge the user ID with the photo, and we also have the username here. So do you think this like is, oh, let me see, likes, I think, okay, probably this person liked this photo. I think that's the way it works. It's not the owner of the account. I think user 2 ID liked photo 1 ID. I think that's what it means. Yeah, I think that's what it means. So it means that user 2 has liked all these pictures. Yeah, so these are the pictures that all these users have liked. So on what ID do you think we should bring it in? You can translate that for us. It's a bit tricky, but look at it. So here we have users, we have image URL. So what do you think we can do? How do you think we can merge this? Anybody? Because we are following now, so no, you're not seeing any pattern. Anybody, you are not seeing anything we can use. One of the ways we can do is we can just merge it on the photo ID. Right? So if you merge it on the photo ID, there's going to be, the photo ID is actually unique. Right? If you look at here, so if you check this image URL, so you find out that this photo ID, there's five, is like this single photo ID. So it means that if you merge it on the photo ID, it means that when this will be coming to database, it will be merging on the photo ID itself. So the only thing that's going to be saying, of course, you can see two, but when you see two user ID, that means this user liked this photo. So if it comes into this database, it will be that you probably have an extra column with photo ID and users. Then when you have that, you know that that users is what is the person that liked the actual photo, which is going to link to this particular picture. So we could do that, and to do that, all we have to do is just, our join statements, Instagram likes, that's as L, and we'll merge it on L dot photo ID equals to, don't forget we are using this photo ID here. I think the photo ID came in from the photo itself, right? Even the photo tags, I think is photo, and that's p dot p dot, okay, yeah, p dot id. So if I bring this in now, you are going to see the username and photo ID. You can see how lengthy this is becoming. I just want to, bring everything in and you see how it looks like. But of course, I think all of this is actually supposed to be merged on users. Actually, so let's just finish this, then we can reconstruct it. So we have likes, so let's bring in followers. So followers will be merged on users, then comments will also be merged on users. So I think the actual thing should have been users. So when we start, if we start from users, then we can, so users means this photo, you can easily put a particular user owns this photo. These are the photo tags attached to the photo. The users, the user has so many followers, or these are the followers that are following him. The user has all these comments on his status or his pictures and all of that. So I think we can even bring that in from here. Of course, it's a bit tricky, but let's do it. So I can just change this, or I can just select all, Instagram users at you, then I'm going to change this to join. So I'm probably going to join this on p dot p dot, come on, yeah. So p dot user id equals to u dot id. I'm just going to remove the users here. You can see it's even the same thing. I'm just going to remove it and running this now. Let me see. Nothing broken, nothing missing, and yep. So we are starting from here now. So you can see this ID is the username. So it means this username was created at this, right? Then this user has a picture that was created on this date, and the picture ID is also this. Then this picture contain tags, right? So if you look at 1 2 3 4 5, they are all the same picture that belong to this user, and they have this particular tag. So you can see the tags here: smile, drunk, concert, party, fun. So probably this person was in the party, right? Something like that. Then created at, and also this part shows that these pictures, it means that these pictures were liked by this person. So this number 2 liked these pictures, right? And yeah, so I think that's much more better. Of course, we have to remove some things, but let's create it. Let's create everything first. Let's merge it first. So we have merged the users, we've merged it with the likes. So let's merge the follows and comments. So let's say join Instagram dot follows f on f dot. So we are going to merge it on the follower. Oh, followee ID. Followee ID is the owner. Then equals to the user, right? U dot user ID. Oh, sorry, it should be u dot ID. More later. Yes, and yep. So you also have that. So you can see the follower ID. Actually, the follower. Oh yes, followee ID. Yes. Then what else? Then the comments. Join Instagram dot comments. Comments as C on C dot. Oh, so the comments, now the comments is also separate. So the comment has an ID. So if you check it here, comments. So the comment has comment itself, the text. It has user ID. That means this user commented this text on this picture. So that means we are going to merge it with pictures instead. So the picture is the main thing here that is connecting everything here. So we are going to merge it on the picture instead. So we say c dot photo ID equals to photo ID. So that's p dot what's the photo ID? Not getting anything. Yeah, so that's going to be on the photo ID itself. So if you run this, so now we have merged everything together, as you can see here. But you see, there are informations that we actually don't need or we can remove, right? You know, just to make this smaller and look a bit cleaner. So what we are going to do now is we are going to rename all of these things and take the details that we need. I think we have merged everything, right? We have So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, so we have 7 tables. Now let's change the, try to rename them. For instance, ID is going to be like user ID. So we could say u dot id as user underscore id, right? And it will be better if we do it like this. Then username is still username. Created at, okay, I think we can come back to do something around that. Let's leave, okay, let's change the created at. So u dot created at is like the date of account creation, right? So you can say accounts created. Then this ID is the photo. Let me see. Yeah, it's the photo ID. Do we really need it? Do we really need it? Do we really need it? No, I don't think there's any need for it. Right. So what we need is the image URL. So we're going to say p dot image URL as what, as picture, let's just say as photo. Then user ID, that's the owner of this image URL. You can see it's the same thing, so you can leave that. Then the created at is the date the pictures was created. This created at, and it's under the picture, so we could say created at. Okay, and it's, oh, I can't do that. Yeah, so the created is at the picture date of creation. So you can say picture created. Picture created. So that's the date the picture was created. Then okay, say photo created. I don't like the idea of photo. I think I prefer picture. Yeah, I see. C-U-R-E. Yeah, good. So we have this. We don't need photo ID. Do we need tag ID? Nope. Because the essence of the ID is we're not going to really be needing it again. So just go straight to tag ID and tag name. Sorry, that's t dots. I think tag name as what, as tags. Then the created at. So normally the created date of the picture is supposed to be the same as the tag name, because the tag is what I decided to put as the tag. So when I'm posting a picture, I'm putting some tags to it. So I don't really think we need, if you check across, the tags name are going to be uniform. Let me just, I think this is like a snapshot of this tag. Okay, this is a tag here. This is created it. So I think it's almost going to be the same thing. Oh, sorry, it's going to even be the same thing. It's not almost. It has to be the same thing. So we can drop that. Then the user ID here. So what's this telling us? Let me see. The user ID is 4. The user ID is 1. So that's not the owner of the account. Let me see. What was the last thing we merged together? Oh, I need to know where this is coming from. So the tag ID, is it likes? Okay, I think it's likes. So it means this user ID liked this picture at this dates. Yeah. So this ID, this person liked this picture. So the photo ID is the same thing. Yes. So this user ID liked this particular picture. So this picture is here. All we need is the user ID. But then we need to change this user ID to the actual name. But so I'm going to keep this user ID as user ID, and it's coming from likes. So I'm going to keep it as user ID. right? As um how do I put it? Should I put as user uh user what do I rename this as? The user that liked the picture. Um picture like okay, user picture liked or picture I don't know what the name is as picture liked by user. Okay, I think I can do this. Then we already have the photo, which is still the same thing. They created it, that this is going to be the same thing. Then now, still based on that account, the follower ID. So this person, so I'm going to leave this follower ID too. So I'm going to say, I think it's coming from the follower table as follower ID as follower, right? And the last one is the comment dates. So also, well, the comment date is going to be, I think it should be different. For yeah, the comment date will be different. So people comment on the picture on different days. So I'm just going to put comments. So it's going to come from C. The comments dates. Come on. Oh, sorry, created at right. Yeah. How am I saying created dates? So created at as created dates, comments creation dates, comments created or creation dates. Then after the comments creation dates, then photo ID. Okay, yeah, so we have the photo ID is still the same. Then the user ID, that means the user that actually created that comment, right? So we are going to be needing that too. That's going to be user ID as user what's going to be there? So it's going to be let me see, user ID as, so what do I name it as? Comments created by, comments created by user. And so I think we have come to, yeah, we have done. Let's see what it looks like, right? So control enter. Yeah, so we have the user ID here, we have accounts created dates, we have the picture, we have picture created dates, we have the tags, we have the picture liked by user, which okay, picture liked by user. Okay, yeah, user ID. So we're supposed to have user ID name here. Then follower, I think, okay, this is the follower of this account. So this person is following this person. Then the comments creation date, that's for comments. Do I have likes? Okay, yeah, this is likes. Then yeah, so you can see I've reduced all of the information to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 columns, but we still need to do some other things. So you can see even merging the tables is also it's not going to, it's not like it's an easy thing like that. So it's not like you want to run away and escape and just go to Excel. So we still need to put the picture. For instance, now these users, we need to put in the actual users, right? So does anybody remember how we are going to go about that? I think we have done it before. Anybody? Okay, so just to let's just push forward. So if you are going to bring in the pictures now, the names, you probably have to bring in another table, right? I know the table is here, that's the user's table, but you probably need to bring in the user's table again. But this time around, you are interested in merging it with the pictures, this particular data. So let me show you that. So to do that, what you're just going to do is bring it, do another join on Instagram dot users this time around on okay, this time around I'm going to bring it as US. So I'll say UR. So join UR on UR dot username, oh sorry, UR dot ID equals to, now this is the one we are particularly interested in, and it falls under the tags. If you check picture liked by, it's on the likes, oh sorry, that's L dot user ID. So we are bringing it on likes user ID. So when we now go back to, so if you, first of all, you just run this by running, running it, you won't get to the details. So you just probably have to change this from user ID to, so what I'm going to change this to is, I'm going to take this off. So I'm just going to do it like this. So you see what I'm changing it. So I'm changing it to UR dot username. So I'll just bring in the two. So you're going to see that it's the same thing. So control. So if you come to that part, that space that says user ID and picture like, you see that they are the same thing. Okay, sorry, hold on. I think it has changed. Okay, yeah, you have this user here. But I thought I had his name. Sorry, hold on. I thought I had his name. Oh, so I didn't have the username. Oh, I thought I had the username of the owner of the user. So I guess I have to bring that in first, right? So let's do that first. So to bring in that, what I will have to do is, I'm just going to, so this time around, I'm going to merge it on, okay, wait, so if I have the username here first, I can put in the username itself. What I have to say is u dot username as user name. Yes, so I could just do this straight up, so that has no issues. Now going back to bringing to changes this back, this picture liked by user, I'll just put UR dot username, and now if you check this now, you see that this username is still here. What you have here now is the actual person that actually liked this user. Now they actually like the picture, right? So now let's put follower too. So to do follower, we're going to have to do join Instagram dot users on, so we are going to join the users on the follower, and I think that's F, so that'll be F dot, I think we used follower ID, yeah, equals to u, that's the users. So I have to name it as, let me name it as UF, so that's user followers, right? So it's going to be UF dot username, so the user ID dot ID, sorry. So I'll now go back to the follower ID and change it to user ID. So it's now going to be uf dot username. So if I bring this in, you see that that's changed, right? So this person is actually following this person. Then I think the last one is the comment creation date. So I believe that's not, it's not hard that way. All you have to do is bring in the username again. That's Instagram dot users as, sorry, as, let's say, UC, as user comments on UC dot ID equals to comments, that's C dot user ID. Then we'll go back to this part. Then we change this from C user ID to UC dot username, and here we go. So here's the full data, right? So you have, so let's so we have all of this, right? And our data is going to be a little bit much. Wait, sorry, hold on, I think I made a mistake. Earlier we had user ID of 1, now I'm seeing 8 here. Oh, where did that come from? Let me restore it back. And see, this is the follower. Okay, I think, sorry, something is wrong. You're supposed to still have user ID 1 here. What did I do? What have I done? What have I done? So let me see. Enter. Yes, still these are supposed to be. When I brought the follower in, something went wrong. I didn't pay attention to. It's not redoing. Okay, let's do it again. Something went wrong. I really don't know why. I should have taken the rest out. I shall just comment it out. So let me see. I joined Instagram dot Instagram dot f, sorry, Instagram dot users as uf, right, on uf dot follow users on ID equals to f on follower, right? So if I still run this, I'm still getting 1. All I need to do is change the follower up here. Where is it? To uf dot username. Oh, okay, something is going on. What's the issue? Okay, any questions while I figure out what is wrong? Does anybody have questions? Maybe you can even detect why this is not working, or why it didn't work. Let me see. Okay, I think everything worked until I brought this in. Control enter. It was still correct here. Let me just take a picture. Let me see. User follower 5 is supposed to be. I'm not getting that information. Yeah. So let me do it like this. So I'm going to leave the follower ID. And I bring in uf dot user. Okay, let me put the ID first. So it's still here, right? Well, what's now going on? Follower ID is here, and this is still here, and it's the same thing. So when I put the username, uh, okay, let's see what's going on. What's the issue? I'm currently trying to see if I can sort by the username, but it's not working. I certainly don't have number one. Okay, I can see it here. Okay, I'm just wondering why it changed. Why everything changed. So okay, I think what we can do instead, we can just, rather than bother ourselves what's going on, I can just come to the user ID, then order everything by the user ID. So I'm just going to put order order by, that's the first thing I did. That's u dot user, okay, no, u dot id, yeah, in ascending order. And let me see, yeah, so this is it. So this will actually give us the user ID number one first. Yep, and yeah, it's actually working. So any questions? Then I think when you are done, you can let me see. So how do we save this? And I guess that's like the next important questions. How do we export this out? Actually, I have not done that, but I think there's a particular table here that helps us do that. Let me see. So because we have actually gotten our data, all we need to do is export it out. Let me see. Okay, yeah, export. So you can see you can export the record set. So you export it to an external file. So let's say Instagram Instagram what? Instagram Excel, right? So it's going to be CSV. I think you can change the formats. Yeah, but let's leave it as CSV then. Let me store it here. ijan SQL and save. So now I've saved it. Now let's go and look at it. So here, I think it's, sorry, it's here, and ijan Excel, Instagram. Yeah, this is it. So if we open it, oh shoot, I don't want to open it. Okay, yes, let's open it like this. So can you see it now? So this is the data sets, everything. I think it's about, after doing all of the merging. Oh, okay. We're only able to get one user ID. That's 101, 2001. That's strange. But you can see here is the data itself, everything. But I think, I don't know why it's bringing just username one. It's supposed to bring in for all the users actually. What we did here is we ordered by user ID. Okay, maybe the limit is 1001. Maybe that's why I did that. So probably settings to change that. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. So export your data. So if you want to do that, you can do that. But if you want to now do all of this, you can see how long it took to do this, and now start doing analysis on it. It's now if you're going to want to do it in SQL, it's better you just pick out what you want to do and draw your analysis, write the queries to do that particular result. But if you now want to just merge data and take it to Excel, take it somewhere else, then this might probably be the best option. So just merge everything together, then export it, right? I think there's another option here that says export. Send it, yeah, data exports. Well, I think, okay, I think this one is just for the particular data. Sorry, for the database itself, right? So we could, you could, let me see, yeah, you could just export it that way. I think another way would have been, maybe you could take all of these, then create a new table, then you export, you find a way to um push all of this value, like copy all this, sorry, find a way to uh copy this, or should I say what's the word, import it into another database, into another table, right? Then when it's in another table, you can export that table easily. For instance, if it's in a table here, you can just I think there's export somewhere, yeah, table data export wizard, so you could just do that and you're good to go. So doing that alone itself, it has taken almost all our time. Yeah, so do you have any questions? Let me see. Justice, Ibami, Kingsley, Tito, Lafone, Abdurrashid is here. Yeah, and Eunice. I think Eunice should not have any question. She's our guru, so that should everybody pay attention. Eunice is also, I'm sure she has been handling SQL, like I've not even been seeing her messages. Any questions? Nobody's saying anything. Yes. Okay, so I hope you guys know that I'm taking our no questions as well understood, right? That's my interpretation to no questions. When you ask no question, it means that it's well understood. Okay, so I guess. Oh, okay. Okay, all right, no problem. That's good. That's good. Um. Okay, so this has taken out of our time, but let's just go back. Let me bring in something fresh. So we can still do some analysis. I think we were supposed to just run analysis and do some things, right? So we can say let's check the comment section. So we could do an analysis on the comment section to see which picture had more comments, right? So what we need to do is just doing it on this itself. It's just take probably need to count the comments. That's probably what we just probably need to do in this case. We probably don't need the comment text because we don't even know the language it is. I've seen different languages here, so we don't need it. So what we need is just the user ID and photo ID. The photo ID itself and the user ID. And yeah, so with this we could now say, okay, we are going to aggregate, do a group by. So we are going to group this by the photos. So a group by photo ID, sorry, by photo ID, and we are going to be doing a count on the username. So we want to count how many users liked a particular picture. So if you run this now, so you can see this, they are not in order. So you can just order by this as sorry in ascending, sorry, in descending order. And here we go. Then you can change this to number of comments as num of comments. Yeah. So now to now make this look better, you can add the picture itself, the photo, the particular picture. But you can see that it's photo ID, photo the ID with the photo, the picture with ID 13 has the highest 39. But we don't know the actual picture. What if we need to look straight into the picture? Then that would need us to merge it with this particular photo. Yeah, I think the photo, yeah, the photos. So we just need to do join photo. That's Instagram dot photo, sorry, let's say as P, or let's just leave it as photos. Then you join it on photos. I think I'll have to put P and C here because I don't want to write any dots. That'll be P dot user. No, sorry, it's supposed to be C. Then join on P equals P dot ID equals C dot photo ID. Yep, and this will still work, but we'll still get the old thing we're getting, the old. Yeah, so to now change it, to change this we will need to just put, so instead of photo ID, what will be here is P, that's P dot, that's the photo dot the image URL. And yeah, we could also put the owner of the picture itself. Oh, okay, error code. What's the error this time around? Select is not in group by clause P dot image URL. Okay, hold on. Sorry, don't get that. Sorry, let me go right again. So this works, gives us the photo ID, but this time around we are trying to change. Oh, okay. So this is supposed to be C dot photo ID, and this is C dot username. So when I changed this to P dot image URL, I'm supposed to change the group by to P dot image URL. Yeah, so now you can give more context to say, oh, this is a particular picture that had this particular comment, let's check it out. It's faster that way, right? You could even see the owner of the picture from, I think, yeah, from here. That's P dot user ID. Okay, I was expecting this. So what's the error? Select next not in group by P dot user dot ID. So it's actually, I think you want me to add it to this. Let me see. P dot user underscore ID. So what this actually wanted was to group to add the user. So I'm using two group by here. Don't worry, just calm down. It means that the image URL, of course, the image URL, the owner of the image URL is this. So it's just right to put this, the user ID and the image URL itself. So now, okay, this is becoming complex. I'm already expanding this. So to go further, I can put in the name of the actual user. And to do this, you can guess what I will have to do. Anybody? Real quick. Anybody? Tito, do you have any idea what I'm going to do to bring in the user ID? And that's true. Let's do it the way we used to do it before. So this is a question that someone will have to answer. And we're going to start from Tito. Unless Tito is not with us. Okay, let me see. Ayobami, do you want to help out? No. Why? Oh my god, that's a no. Out. Okay, what about Kingsley? Ah, that's true. Eunice is on this call. Okay, the question is what we have on the table on the screen currently. We have image URL, number of comments, and user ID. We need the actual names of the users, not the IDs. So what are we going to have to do? Okay, and what table is that? Okay, that's a very nice one. That's a wonderful one. It means we just have to get a table that has username, user's ID, and the table is going to be the user table. There's a table called users, so that's the table we are going to have to use. So yes, that's one step. So I'm actually thinking, so where do I put, in this statement now, this is an SQL statement, so in what line am I going to add the statements to join these users? From what line? So where should I start from? Okay, let's start from Eunice. I've not heard the voice today. Eunice, are you with us? Looks like. Oh, okay, so I said what line do I have to add the join statements? What do you say? Oh, okay, that's true. Join let. Okay, so I have to waste time. So we are supposed to just, it's a simple code. We actually be doing it. That's what we have done so far. So we are actually supposed to just add the join statements here. And no, not here. Sorry, even I missed it. Here. So we are supposed to join it here. So Instagram.users, that's the table that contains the user. Then we join it on user ID equals to comments. Is it comments? No, I think it is it comments? Okay, it is p dot user ID. So we join it on the p dot user ID, and so rather we are going to call u dot, that's the user dot username instead here, and control, no, okay, yes, so this will now change to user dot username. Very tricky, you have to remember that. And running this will replace everything. So here we go. So we can see here we have these are the pictures. I think we have very few pictures actually. So these are all the pictures. They are from 1 to 35 instant pictures, and the number of comments that each pictures have. So the lowest picture here is 13, and the owner is Justina Galo. and the highest we have here is 39, and the owner is Haley or Harley Linden 18. So you can see that with this now you can say, oh, you want to focus, that means Linden 18 has more. If you do the same thing with likes, right, so you want to see maybe this picture has this number of likes, so we can do something similar with this. So to do that, then I have to take this down. So let's just get something that has to do with likes, right? Select all from Instagram.likes and this. So you can just see how I'm able to build on those things, like build on those on my statements one after the other, little by little, because of I have what I want to do. I'm coming from here, so these are the steps I need to do. I have to go little by little, one after the other. So for instance, now I want to check the likes, how many user, or the, I think we've done something around likes. Let me check. This is follower. Did we really do something about likes? Okay, maybe not. I thought we did already. And that was follower. And this is merging the pictures together. No, we've not done anything about likes. So let's merge likes together. So we could say from likes, the user ID, the photo ID. So the user liked this particular photo. That means we want to see the photo with more users, right? The count of the users that like the photo. So we could say group by photo ID, right? And what we are going to have is photo ID, comma, count of user ID, and running this. So you can see that photo ID number 1 has 5 likes. So you can see the how. So you can see that it's not every picture that actually even has a comment. That has, not every picture that has a like has a comment. I don't know if you understand that. The first one here, we have just 35 pictures that actually has comments. But if you look at the likes, you find that we have a lot. We have a lot, up to 257 pictures that actually have likes. So in that kind of situation now, you might need to merge those two things together. So you need to merge pictures, you need to merge the likes and the comments together. So in that situation, when you are merging it, you probably want to use like left join, so that you can see the one that has null, the comments that has, the pictures that doesn't have comments that has likes. I don't know if you understand that. So so this is the likes. So we are still on likes. I think we should just do that. Let's try to finish these likes, then merge the likes and the comments together, and we can call it a night. We can wrap it up from there. We can wrap everything on SQL and move on to the next phase. So back to this. So likes. So what we need now is we need the, okay, yes, we need to order it by, because it's not in order. So we are ordering, sorry, no, we're ordering the counts, the user ID, sorry, in descending order. So you can see it now. So you can see that it's even the highest likes is 8. Can you imagine? So from here we can now go further to say we want the actual photos and the, yes, just the actual photos. So you have to join on the photos. So join Instagram photos as p, so I have to change this to L too because I'm going to be needing it. So this is for likes, so that's L dots. This is L dots. Then this is also L dots, and this is L dots. So I'm bringing in p. So I'm saying on p dots. So I have to bring the photo IDs. So ID equals to L dots photo ID, right? So then I will have to change the photo ID itself to p dots ID. So anywhere I have photo ID is going to be p dots ID, and yep. Oh, sorry, it's not supposed to be the actual URL. That's p dots image URL. Yeah, so here we go. So here we have the image and we have the URL. You can also bring in the user ID, so like we did with username. So I'm just going to copy this since it's almost the same thing. Oh, sorry, let me copy everything to users. So I'm just going to bring it down here, and so I will now have to include this here. Uh-oh. Let me see. Do you have any array by? No, yes, I do. Group by. Oh, I have two group bys. Okay, yeah. So here, so we also have the image URL, the count, and the username. So this is very interesting, right? I think now it gets more interesting when you need to merge the two data together. So you want to see the count of the likes and the count of the comments on, you want to see it together. So what would that mean? That means you want to join both tables together. Okay, so don't worry, you guys can watch the videos again. So what I'm going to do is, this is comments, comment details, and this is likes details. This is giving you a table, this is giving you a table. We can actually merge these two and these two together. So to do that, we write another SQL statement to merge likes details and comments details together. So to do that, all we have to is very simple. Also, we have to just say select all from, open this, from where? From this first table, from the comments table, copy everything, then put it here. Yep. So if you run only this, sorry, hold on. Select all from this table. Okay, what's going on? Every derived table, let me see, every derived table must have its own alias. Oh, okay. So from this as comments, yeah. So I've brought it in, so you can see it now. We don't want to bring in the likes, so you now have to say, oh, okay, as this, that's from this, then join. So what we want to do now is we want to join it on the likes table. So come here, bring this here, join Okay, do I need to put as? I don't think I need as. Then if I put this join, I'm going to call it likes. And on where did I want to join it on? On what is unique to both of them? I think so. I have to remove this. Yeah. So the image URL, right? So we could say likes dot image. Okay, so I think likes is repeating itself. So instead of use like, let's use comments details and likes details. So what I could use here instead is likes dots oh sorry, likes underscore details dots, now image underscore URL equals to comments details dots image underscore URL. And whoosh. So here we go. So now we can see we have the image URL, the number, but yeah, mind you, I mentioned that you're supposed to use a particular type of join, right? So what we are supposed to do is we'll be using right join. Since I have my likes here, so I'll just put right join here, right join, and control enter. So what we have here is you're going to have a lot of, so I'm going to have to switch this data. So let's do it now, because leaving it like this, you can see this is the like. So what is going to happen is it's going to look for, so explaining the join again, it's going to look for every it's going to include all the table on the right, and it will go to the left and look for anything that looks like the left, like the right, and add it together. So it means that this image is not in the like, from 1 to 7 they don't have comments. So the best way to do it is just put swap their positions, right? So we could say we just do like this, select all. I can just cut this, change this to this, select all from, then copy this, cut it, then bring it to here. Alright, so it's going to be select all from this, then right join, sorry, left join, then left join this on this, right? So yes, so now you can see it makes much sense now. So you can see the image URL, you can see the count URL for the likes. You can rename this to likes, you can rename this to, okay, I think it has comments, username, so you can remove the username, or maybe use the username are going to be the same thing anyways. So instead of having repetition, you can just remove a particular username, and the ones that actually have null, you can now replace it to 0. That if there's null, change it to 0. But you can do that. So to just do that, you can just probably after doing all of this, you can now add a case statement that if image URL is none, includes 0, else do nothing, right? Then yeah, so that's probably merging all of this together. So with this now, you can see some useful information that we have. So right now, what matters more is you can see this particular image now, it has 6 likes, but it has 32 comments, and this image has 8 likes and has no comments. So it will be safe to say that this image actually gains more attraction than this particular image, because 6 users liked it, 32 people commented on it, 8 people liked this, but they had no comments. So you can see, so you can even order that. So to do that, you can say order by, so you can order everything. So if you now want to order everything now, you need to order everything. You can say first by the number of comments, and that comes from where did it come from? So you need to investigate that. So where did I put that? Number of comments, where is it? Yeah, here. So it came from this, that's c.user_id, from the comment details. So what I'm going to do, comment details dots. So it's going to be dots user ID, user that's ID, and oh, sorry, column what was I saying? I can't get hold of this. Okay, so it's saying that on the response page you can see unknown column, so it doesn't know what user ID is basically. That's the response I got. So what I could say is comment details as, okay, to do that I could just put dots and see what comes out. Okay. So let me see. Okay, let me use this instead. Let me see if it's going to work. Okay, yeah. But I'm still getting number of okay, yeah, I didn't change it, so it's going to be descending order. Yeah, so you can now see in the order of operation. So the number of highest comment has 39. The number of comments as this like one has 4 likes. So I could say, well, okay, like this two now. Okay, 4 and 3. This one is coming first. Okay, I think this is not ordered. I wanted to order this. And so if you have a situation like where we have 34, 34, 34, so it's going to order it by the highest count, so that we can see which image has more attraction. Yeah. So I think we just stop here. I think we just stop here and see our double class here. So if there are any questions, I'd like to take them now. Yes.